Let's see if it shows the panel here. All right. So, all right, let me get out of here. Did I start this right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I started it right. So I have mixed in here a little, it's not just straight comp plan. I have some other things in here to help you think because it's really it's it's not difficult. There's just a few things that we need to learn how to do in order to be successful. And I want to try to help you guys get dialed in on those things so that when you talk to someone, you're more effective and you understand things in a little bit in a very clear way. So you can always say to yourself, well, you know, I knew I needed to do it this way, but I did it this way. So next time I'm going to go back to the way I was taught, you know? And there won't be a lot of confusion. I hate that. All that confusion, you know, where you're not sure. You get so much information and there's so much training and you don't it's confusing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make things confusing. Let's see. Okay. I love this. Gordon, he's got such a funny sense of humor. He says, no animals were harmed. Competitors will look smaller tomorrow. Side effects may include excitement. Feelings of joy and optimism are normal. Competitors are going to say impossible. I love that. So, also, don't mess with people's rice bowls. Keep it simple. Transparency and accountability, word games. So, this is what we've been dealing with for many years. I'd say for at least the last 15 years, it's been like this. Companies tell you one thing, but it's not. Like the last company I was with, they told me they had compression. They didn't have any compression. So if you didn't qualify for all the levels of pay, what was left over was going to the company. It wasn't going to the distributors in the field. So yeah, so they play all kinds of games, you know. And then I don't want to get into it, but this is very straightforward, very simple, very transparent. So the confused don't buy and the confused don't build. So that's what, you know, I don't want you guys to be confused. And so if you are ever confused, you have to talk to me or talk to your sponsor and get unconfused because once you're unconfused, then you move into action. So here's some unique selling features of our Premio Pay. It's weekly, monthly, and quarterly commissions. 50% payout on every CV unit. Easy price points. I mean, the 3 pack of the oil is the same price as the Prima. That's pretty cool. Dynamic compression, no breakage, meaning none of the volume gets paid out to the company. If we don't qualify for it, it just goes to the next person up from you who qualifies for it. Minimal CV split, that means like a customer pays 122 and they put $100 into the comp plan. But if you're on subscription for a Prima, it's $110. That's what you pay. And they put $110 in the comp plan. So the only split between the commissional volume and and is just on the retail side. So that's what CV stands for, commissional volume. Global bonus pool and minimal structural requirements. So the structural requirements are basically volume only. It's nothing like what I've had to do in the past. I was a plate spinner in the past when it came to qualifying in the comp plan. And yeah. So there's an emotion behind the vision. And you can have a vision and you can think of something in your mind, but unless your heart gets involved, it ain't going to happen. So people don't follow comp plans, they follow a feeling. And and I think that's what Gordon and the team are doing. I think they're giving you guys a feeling of what this is really all about. They just put up a new a new video. I haven't had it. I think I put it on my YouTube, but yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So believe deeply in your vision. In fact, you want to believe so deeply in your vision that you expect it. You got to have the expectation of your vision becoming real. This is all part of it. This is you wonder sometimes like you wonder how in the world these incredible people come into your life and help you build your team. It's through your vision. It's through the heart that you pour into it. It brings them in. They're attracted to it. And this is what's going to happen with the company as a whole. So learn to successfully invite. The invitation is like super, super important. And I want to tell you, it's better not to pitch. Don't pitch, people. Forget about the elevator pitch. I hate that. Just when you're talking to people, just show interest in them. Don't worry about pitching anything. Just show interest in them. Find out where they're at in their life, how they're doing, how the kids are doing, the grandkids are doing, how's work going, that kind of thing. And in the process of catching up, they will frame it for you. They will frame the invitation for you. Just allow them the opportunity to do that for themselves, okay? And then be clever. Listen, be a good listener. And if you're a good listener, they're going to tell you how to bring it up. People feel your heart. You must believe. If you don't believe, if they can't feel your positive heart, your intention of what you want to manifest with this, they're not going to see the value in it. You want to draw them in with with your determination, with your tenacity, with your uh, positive vibe. So Ray Heron always says BLT, invite people that believe, love, and trust you. So think about that. Before you reconnect with somebody, to get caught up, is this somebody that believes in me, loves me, and trusts me? It's interesting, you know? It's simple. So if we just keep it simple this way, you're going to do really, really well. Okay, so here's the thing. We always say, what do you want? Because you have to really want something to do the work. You're not going to do the work if there isn't something you want. So it's funny, I was having this conversation with Lydia the other day, and she brought this up, and it's so true. This is where the term, what is your heart's desire, comes from, because it's the heart that brings it in. So first it's the thought, and then it's the heart wraps the thought, and this is what makes it happen. You wonder, how in the world did that happen? Like Robin and I have had some incredible people come on board and work with us over the years. And it's because of it's because of our energy. It's because of the work that we were doing, because we intended to help everyone become successful. And that radiates, and people are attracted to that kind of thing. And so, yeah, it's a big thing. So no, don't just ask yourself like, what is it I want? It's got to be what is your heart's desire? Okay, so I've been using all the tools. Uh, I've been sending out different videos to my prospects, people that are on my list, people that I want to invite to be a part of our team. And we're doing good. I mean, we're doing pretty good, but um, I started using this Welcome to OLIABO video, the new one that's 7 minutes long. And the results I'm getting are unbelievable. Way more, it's so effective. It's way more effective than, because some people were getting uh, different Zooms. They were getting different presentations on the product. Like I sent Curtis's presentation on the product, and I would send Curtis's presentation on product, company, and comp plan. Mm-mm. No, this works. That's pretty amazing. And in this book I'm reading right now, he talks about lifestyle and really uh, the invitation to live their own life, own their own life, and to have a lifestyle that they dream of. This is the effective invitation, and I think that they feel the heart from these guys in this video. So you just need to learn how to invite. Be good. Learn how to be good at inviting, you know? So when you're going to talk to somebody, don't pitch them. Don't do it. Just show interest in them and their family and where they're at right now. And then, you'll learn to be effective. And after the call, you ask yourself, what could I have done to make the call better? And and take responsibility for the results you're getting as you begin to build your teams. Learn by doing and work with your upline leaders. Learn by doing. So there's no trick, there's no special elevator pitch, there's no words, there's none of that. You just get on the phone, catch up with people, and watch for them to frame the invitation for you. A lot of times you're going to want to have your upline invite them, introduce them to your upline, uh, your sponsor or somebody upline, me, you know, uh, Jerry, Keith, Fifi, somebody upline who's a leader, Charlie, and just introduce them and let them invite them. Sometimes that's way more effective. In fact, most of the time, it's way more effective if you have somebody else invite them instead of you. But you're just going to introduce them to your partner that you're working with on this project. Take responsibility for your effectiveness and continue to improve. Do not blame other people for your failures. Do not do that. Take responsibility and then say to yourself, what could I have done differently? Or work with your sponsor or your upline. Tell them what happened and ask them what you could have done differently. And we work together as a team. And we are 100%, uh, we are, we really want all of you to move through the ranks. And we want you to up, reach out to your upline and put them to work. They got you involved in this. It's, they started this thing, so put them to work. Um, don't hesitate to do that. So you can invite people to live Zoom overviews, presentations, recordings of presentations, three-way with the upline, three-way with the downline. If you have somebody in your downline that's a tennis player and you have a prospect that's a tennis player, introduce them to one another, you know, and say, this is one of my partners I'm working with. They play tennis too, and let them, that's, it's really powerful having somebody else on the phone with the people you know. Um, do not do the talking yourself. Try not to do that. Let the tools do the work, okay? Just invite. Don't try to explain it, all right? Invite for the three-way, invite for the recording, invite for the live overview. Do not do not try to tell the story yourself. You want to use all these different tools you have to create the leverage that you need to move the big boulder. Don't try to move the boulder by yourself. Get help. Go get a tool. So it's real simple. What we do is real simple. It's me plus three. That's it. It's simple. Some of you are big thinkers. So some of you, it's me plus five. And if you get out the calculator and a piece of paper and you do multiples of five, the numbers are huge, especially if you show it with two prima instead of one prima, where everybody's getting two prima and you do 525. It gets really big. There was a leader in a previous business I was in. He taught people to get 10. The numbers were crazy. So you get 10, then they get 10. That's 100. Then they get 10. Oh, it was 1,000. I mean, so play with the numbers. It's fun and find where you feel comfortable and focus on that. All right. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of the comp plan. So let's start out with the sprint pay. So when you enroll somebody on their first order, you're going to get 25%. If you are on a two prima order or 200 in commissional volume, which is CV, you're going to pick up an additional 10%. And for some of you that are busy building your business, that extra 10% will pay for the case. It'll pay for the second case. It won't come out of your pocket. In fact, if you're building, this sprint pay will pay for your product in the first week. You know, even if you purchase two primas, it's it's basically, I'd say, probably five people if your people are being taught properly to invite, and they're bringing people on board between the 25 and the 10, the 35%, you're going to pick up enough to pay for your product. So I didn't mute anybody. You guys are not muted. Does anybody have any questions about this? You guys understand how this works? Okay. All right, let's go on. All right. So I wanted to create a little bit better focus because when you can see the whole thing, it's like, what are they talking about? Like, what am I looking at? So I'm trying to create some kind of focus for you guys to help you understand it and help you see it. So these are all the reorders. This is the payout for all the reorders. The initial order is the sprint pay that we just went through, but the following month or the second order. So only the first order gets paid out in the sprint. The second order gets paid out in the unilevel pay, which is the monthly pay. So that's really where the bread and butter is in the monthly. And so somebody can enroll in OLIABO and not spend any money and make money. Um, you can get involved for free and you can sell product and make 25% in customer pay. Just sell product to customers and get your 25%. There's no requirement to buy any product. There's no smart ship requirement, none of that. So, which is unbelievable. I haven't seen this ever. I'm sure a few companies have done it, but I've never experienced it. So this is easily duplicatable, guys, because people are hurting right now, and some people have no money, but they have they have the want inside of them to create something new for themselves and change their lifestyle. They can do it with this with no money. Just jump in. So they're going to earn the 25% on the customers, and then they're going to earn the 5% on the if they build teams of distributors, they'll earn on the reorders, the 5%. So if you want to earn deeper than the first level, whether it's customer pay or distributor pay, then you need to have $100. Let's see if I can use a pointer. You need to have $100 in QV. That's qualifying volume. And when you do that, you earn on the second level, the first level and the second level, 5% of your commissionable volume. That's a Brava rep. And then the next level is Kappa. Kappa is 1,000 in volume. You must have $100 in qualifying volume. You must enroll uh, three reps, and then that's three legs, three reps, three individual teams. And each team, there needs to be 100 in volume for each team. And then uh, with a total of 1,000 volume with that structure, then you're a Kappa. And you earn on the third level 10%. Now you're earning three levels deep at that point. Then the next rank that you want to hit is Quinto, which is 5,000. Again, it's only one Prima to qualify. I suggest a subscription. You don't have to be on subscription, but if you're treating it like a business, you want that guarantee. You want that check guarantee. So you want to be on subscription. But at this point, your product's being paid for anyway. So for the Quinto for 5K, that's 5,000 in volume. Again, one Prima or the skincare or a couple bottles of Flex to qualify. And again, you need three teams. Each team has 1,000 in volume. You can see here it tells you 1,000 in volume for each one of the three teams. With a total of 5,000 in group qualifying volume. And now you're picking up pay on the next two levels. So now you're earning on the fifth and the sixth level. So you're earning on 6 levels at this point. Then the next rank is Vente. Vente is 20,000 in volume, in group volume, in qualifying volume. Now here you must have 4 legs. 4 legs. 3 of your legs must have 5,000 each. A 5,000 leg, a 5,000 leg, a 5,000 leg. And then you must have 20,000 in total group volume. So the other 5,000 in volume can come from the other legs that you have, or additional volume that you have over and above the 20,000. And when you do this, you pick up another 5% on the 7th level. Now you're getting paid on 7 levels. Then the next rank is Premio. And so for Premio, you must have, same thing for Vente, two Prima or 200 in volume. You have to have 5 teams. 5 teams. 2 teams that are doing 20,000 in volume. You can see right here. 2 teams doing 20,000 each. 20,000, 20,000, and then one doing 5,000. So 3 legs with volume, and you must have 50,000 in total volume. So there's an additional 5,000 that you need to have here, whether it's additional legs or just more volume. But that's Premio. When you do that, now you're earning on 8 levels. Now let me give you an idea how the compression works. Let's say you're Premio and you just enroll somebody brand new. And let's say they're a Brava rep and they're earning on 2 levels. So that leaves 6 levels of pay underneath that. Normally, with any other company, that volume would go to the company. That doesn't happen here. The dynamic compression, the streamlined compression, will look for the next person qualified for the volume and pay them. So if you're at Premio and they're at Brava and they're and you enrolled them or they're on your team and you're the next person up, you're going to pick up the other six levels of pay. So it can get crazy. You could have people on your sixth or seventh level, and you could have people in between, like you might have a Kappa, a Brava, a Kappa, and you might have a Quinto. So it's going to pay out to the fifth level, but then the other three levels are going to compress up to you because you're the premio. Now, this is very powerful. Uh, there are people that get paid on hundreds of levels with a plan like this. We've been paid 100 levels deep with a plan like this. Um, it can make a huge difference in your monthly income. Huge difference. So the ones that run up to Premio real quick, they're gonna be able to really benefit from this compression. Plus, we have the global bonus pool money, which is going to pay out quarterly. And so, if you're a Premio, what happens is it's pro rata. So, if you're a Premio, the computer's going to count your sponsor tree volume 6 levels deep. And in relation to uh, everyone else in the company that's qualifying for the pool, it's going to give you your share of the pool based on your total volume on those 6 levels. Then for the that's for Premio. For 100, it's going to pay on 9 levels of your sponsored tree. So I sponsor someone, they sponsor someone, they sponsor someone. That volume is different than placement volume. So somebody might have sponsored someone and placed them under you. So it doesn't count the placement volume, only the sponsor tree volume. And then yeah. Do you have a question?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, all right. So then when you're 200K, you're going to pick up 12 levels of a sponsored tree. So it's going to calculate those 12 levels. And the one that has the most volume within those 12 levels at 200, they're the ones that are going to get the bigger portion of the pool. That's how it works, okay? Then if you're 500, then there's another pool that you're going to pull out of that's just for 500s. And 500s are treated a little bit differently, like uh, what they what these guys have done in the past. So Ray, I'll tell you, I think he was driving a Rolls Royce in Europe. They got him a Rolls Royce to drive. So yeah, this is going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this is going to change your life. If you give it the energy and you work with your upline team and they work with you, sky's the limit. It just is. So I wanted to break this down for you. I don't show this in the overview presentation because that's basically for new people that you're just showing the business to, just showing the product to. I don't feel comfortable going through the big numbers there, but I can do it here because we're all involved in building this together. So you have at the top row, you can see how the columns are marked. So it's me and three, then a two prima example of two prima times the volume times the percentage paid equals the commission and then the accumulative. So if you add all the commissions of the levels, it accumulates over to the right. So you can see when you first start out, you build your team of three. Three who will get three because you might get three and only one get three. So then you have to get two more so that you know what I'm saying? So you might have to get five to get three who get three, right? You might have to get 10 to get three who get three. So it's not going to happen exactly like we lay it out. You're just going to have to work with the people that you bring on board. Like I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I have seven people that haven't ordered yet that I personally enrolled. I called them all yesterday and I said, you don't text me. You're not on the Zooms. You don't return my text. You don't return my emails. You don't communicate with me. I'm just going to take you off my list. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to have them on the front of my mind if they're not interested in doing this. So, you can see here that in this first row under the header, you have 3 times 200 because two Prima are 200. In the next column, which is the volume column, that's 600 in volume times 5%, that's $30 in commission. So cumulative volume, that's $30. And then your three, identify their three for two Prima, which is 200. Now that's 1,800 in volume times 5% is $90. So now a cumulative pay in commissions is 120 a month, 120 a month. Then the nine bring on board their three who will get three, and they're each purchasing two Prima. So 27 times 200 is 5,400 times 5% is $540. Now your monthly is $660 a month. Gee, do you think that would help? Like, is your car payment that much or less? Is your car payment and your insurance that much? Will that pay half your house payment? Will that pay all your utilities and your insurance? It could make a huge difference for people. 660 extra dollars coming in a month over and above their full-time pay? That's huge. I've been doing this for a long time. And a few extra bucks coming in when you're both working for a living, that's big, big. That's huge. Now, when those 27 invite three to join us who want to invite three to join us, that's 81 times 200, which is two Prima. Each one gets two Prima. That's 16,200 in volume times 5%. That's $810 a month. You add that to the 660, that's $1,470 a month. Additional income over and above your full-time income, over and above it. Then those 81 do the same thing. They catch up with their friends, find out where they're at in their life, how things going, how are the kids, how's work. Are you guys able to go to dinner every once in a while? Have a conversation, and they're going to frame it for you. That's 243 on two Prima. So 243 times 200 is 48,000 in volume. 48,600 times, oh, I messed up. It's 10% on the third level. We'll go back and revisit that, but that's going to change things a lot. I just spelt this before we went live. So, see, you don't have to be perfect to do this. 48,600 in volume times 5% is $2,430 a month, just on that one level. You add that to the level before, it's 3,900. And when we recalculate the 10 on the third, it's going to be a little bit more. Then those 243 invite three of their friends who would like to change their lifestyle by getting three of their friends involved to get two Prima. And that's 729 times two Prima, 200, is $145,800 a month, times 5% is $7,200 $290 a month on one level. That's a cumulative pay of $11,190 a month. So see how it's real important that we work with our teams to make sure everybody gets their three. Because if we can do that, if we can work down in there and help people get their three, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. Then those 729 do the same thing. They invite three of their friends who have a vision, who have a want that's their heart's desire, and they're willing to pour their energy into it to get their three on two Prima. That's 2,187 people on two Prima. That's $437,400 a month just on the one level, times 5%. Commission is 21,870 just on that one level. You add that to the previous, it's $33,060 a month. And then those folks do the same thing. They reach out to their friends and find out what it is they want and invite them to join us. They get on two Prima. Now that's $1,312,200 a month in volume, times 5% is a commission of $65,610 for the month on one level. You add that to the previous cumulative pay. Now that's $98,670 a month. A month. Now, will it happen just like this? No, it won't. Some people will get their three, some will get one, some will get zero, some will get 10, some will get 8, some will get 20. Some will get 100 like me. I'll get 100. You know, there's other leaders that'll get 100. There's people that have never been in this industry before. They're going to join us and get 200. You know, so I have a friend in my last business that I didn't know before the business. She got 500. So everybody's different, but does it happen just like this? No. We can try, we can shoot for it as a goal, but what if you shoot for this and you miss it? What if you're only picking up an extra 20,000 a month? Would that help out? What if you're picking up an extra 10,000 a month? Would that help? How would that change your life? You know? But it's basically sky's the limit. You guys get out the calculator and a piece of paper and do multiples of 4, multiples of 5, multiples of 6, multiples of 10. Have fun with it. And do it with your partner. Do it with your wife or your husband. Sit down, get something to drink. For me, it's coffee. Sit down and have a cup of coffee and go through the numbers and start dreaming. Start dreaming. So that's the compensation plan. I hope you guys were able to pick up a little something here or there and you're able to understand a little bit better. But we'll go through this often, like at least once a week. We'll go through the comp plan and I'll put together PowerPoints that are going to show it from different angles, from smaller bites. And I'll keep throwing it out to you guys until you get 100% of it and you're and here's the thing. We need to reduce it down to a bite-sized piece small enough that you can share it with the people that you know, or you can invite them here to watch a recording or watch it live, or watch the company's comp plan. And then when they come back at you with questions, you can answer questions. If you can't answer the questions, then you call your sponsor or your upline that can answer the questions and introduce them. So let's see if I can figure out how to come on back out of here. Oh, we got a full house. Hi, Donna. All right. Holly.
Hi,
Hi. Hi, Fifi. So,
Hi, Hernan. I had to
hi.
unmute my phone. Hi. Hey, I have a question. Are you going to ask people if they have questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have a question. When you talked about Premio, becoming a Premio, and you said here you have to have 5 teams. Can those teams be still in 3 legs? In other words, is that personally enrolled teams? Like, say you place somebody under somebody else, that you personally enroll them both?
Yeah,
Or do
that
you have
doesn't
to have
count.
5 legs?
You have to have 5 teams, 5 separate teams.
5 legs.
Yeah, but
You sure about that?
yes, but they don't need that. That's not how you qualify for the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
You only need 5 people on auto ship. They could be customers or distributors, doesn't matter, either one. And as long as they're buying one Premio, you're qualified. The
So,
volume comes from placement.
okay, so well, we all know that I am not a comp plan person. I've made a lot of money miraculously in this industry, but especially in Zango. Um, but so I'm still not clear on it. Um,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
5 legs, so you personally enroll 5 people. Let's say 2 of those are customers.
Yeah.
Let's just say, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have 50, minimum total of 50,000 in your 3 legs that you've built. Yes, that will count.
Yeah. One leg of 20,
Mm-hmm.
another leg of
Mm-hmm.
20,000, and another leg of 5,000, and a total of 5
God, that's
personal.
great, because you
Yes.
remember in Zango how we had to have, it wasn't just volume based, it was, we had to make sure that people were qualified as a 1K, as a 5K, as a 20K, whatever. And still, it was just incredible. This is phenomenal.
I
Thank
was
you
a
very
plate.
much. Huh?
Yeah, we were plate spinners in a circus.
Exactly. And yeah, we did. We did.
I will add
Um,
brutal trying to get everyone in their structure for 3, 3, 3,
oh
3.
God, it was awful.
Oh,
Talk about a
horrible.
nightmare at the end of the month.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is a breath of fresh air.
Isn't it? Oh my
Not very many
goodness.
people could do that. That was difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Herman, I have a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, if a, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, guys. um, if we have a customer, I'm going by a customer now, and the customer is been a customer for a while and then decides they want to become a rep. How do they do that?
There's going to be a button in the back office. I just asked Curtis this question. There's going to be a button in the back office where they can toggle themselves into a distributor position.
Okay. And if
Yeah.
the customer buys 1 month, we get paid 25%, right?
Yes.
And then if they buy
Every,
again the next
if,
month, we get 25%?
yes, if they're a customer, every time they could buy every day, you're going to get 25% every day.
Okay. And let's see, what else was I going to ask you? If the person is, like, let's say my grandson, who's a college kid, doesn't have any money, wants to start moving the product, with his website,
Yeah.
then will he be able to eventually join as a rep
Yes.
too?
He can join as a rep and earn the 5% and earn the 25% on all his customers. Yeah.
But he has to be a rep instead of a customer. Is that correct?
Nope. You can join for free and earn
Yep.
on the first level.
Okay.
You
You can be
earn
a customer.
Yeah. No customers.
That's what I wanted you to
Customers
clarify.
can't make money. No.
Yeah. So they have to sign up as a distributor, a brand advocate, whatever it's called here. And then they don't build a business traditionally. They don't start out. They can just have
Yeah.
customers.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That would be confusing. The
Yeah.
way I put it.
And
I think it has been.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it just the first level that they get paid on, just once? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the ones that just go out with the, not spending any money. What do they call it?
Yeah. They
A rep.
they could just enroll and send the customer link to everybody. If they got 10 customers a day, they'd make $250 a day.
But they have to
Okay.
be a rep. Because I had a conversation, I think it was with Sissy today,
No.
and I may have forgotten that. But It has to, they have to be a rep. They have to
Yep.
join as an advocate. Okay.
Not to earn
Okay.
on the first level. First
Yep.
level pay, you don't need to buy any product.
Okay. Cool.
Here, let's show you. Let's go back real quick. Hang on. Oh, I'm already sharing. Hang on. I'm learning this. Okay, let's go back. Okay, you see the first
Mhm.
for rep? There's no monthly requirement. You see that?
Yep.
Where are you?
They need to have $99 in volume, but that could come from their customers, you know? And so I'm not showing you the customer chart, but it's the same for customers. For customers, it's 25% on the first level. For distributor reorders, it's 5%. So if somebody becomes a distributor underneath them, they're going to get that 5% on their reoccurring monthly orders. But
So
they'll,
some people that have signed up, you remember in the beginning, the first few weeks, how people could only come in and be an advocate. We didn't have a customer link. They didn't have a choice. And so
Yeah.
they're sitting there, and let's say they really technically, they're going to be a customer, but they came in as an advocate. They can downgrade to become a customer. Is that right?
yeah, there'll be a toggle switch. They can change their status.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's what Curtis said.
Right now, I think my understanding is if they come in as a customer, just in this moment, and they want to upgrade and become a distributor, they have to do it through corporate. Just send an email
Yeah,
and they'll
right.
do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Right now, the customer service will do it for them.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So my thinking is just my own personal strategy. I'm going to enroll everybody as a customer. And then it you know, and then just stay, you want to stay connected to them. And of course, if they are interested in enrolling distributors and not just signing up customers, then they can become a distributor. But
No, they
so
have to.
many people sign up as a distributor and then they just buy product. They never recruit anybody.
Right.
So if they have a customer status, then you're going to earn that 25% every time they order. They're not recruiting anybody. But if they do want to start recruiting people, then yeah, they
So,
should probably be a
Vernon, can
distributor.
I clarify what you're saying?
Yeah.
So when I go to enroll someone, I say there's basically three types of individuals that are coming on board here with the OLIABO family. Number one, you're going to order some product and you want to try the product for yourself. There's others that are going to try the product for themselves and they're probably going to want to share it with others if they see the benefits and do this kind of like a hobby part-time advocate. Then there's those folks that really see an opportunity here to change, financially an extra income stream, and those types of people are pretty much going to want to start talking to their friends right away. So they're going to order and be able to try these products at the same time. Where do you fit in? So I always try and get a real clear, if they're
That's
just going to
good.
say, I just want to be a customer, I probably won't talk to anybody. I'll need to be on the products for a month and I might. Yeah, that just, or you just putting them in as customer and following up later? Are you going to
Yeah.
asking
I'm
on the initial
just
enrollment?
gonna just unless they tell me they want to be a distributor, they're just going to be a customer. Yeah. I'm just going to keep it simple.
Okay.
Yeah, because what happens is they say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be a distributor," and then they don't do anything. So,
That's true.
they don't recruit. They don't share the product. So, so every month you're getting that 5% from their one order, versus getting 25% from their one order. I think everybody would make more money if they did it that way.
So was it Fifi that we were saying there's going to be I missed a little portion yesterday because I was with someone when the webinar was on and I haven't had a chance to get all the details. Is that toggle going to be, can someone toggle from brand rep back to customer, or is it just the one way only?
That's how I understood it.
I think right now, my understanding is right now, they just have to, if they came in during that window of time, when everybody was a distributor, if they want to downgrade right now, there isn't a toggle. And so they've just got to send an email to support at oliabo.com, and they'll do it for them from that end. But we will have a toggle to go up and to go down.
Okay, thank you. And that's
That's-
pretty soon? Pretty soon, you heard?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
I just talked
All
to
right,
Curtis
I'm going to
today.
call somebody. I'm calling somebody.
They're working the little heinies off down there. So, yeah. They are going to when you go to order, Holly. Curtis called me today and told me the developers are putting it's going to be real easy to read that you have to click the credit card, because if you don't click the credit card to move forward, you have to put in a new card. Your card ends up going in multiple times. And there will be a way to remove your card and replace it with another card too. Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Can you hear me? This is Carolina.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, it's always confusing. It's like many years ago, I was in the loan business, when they had adjustable loans, and I couldn't figure out what negative amortization was. And about 2 weeks later, after being in the business, it's like I sat up in bed one morning and said, I got it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like this, but you have to go over and over. But anyway, I do have one friend, and I've got him in, multiple things that I've got. But right now, he's like dead broke. He had heart surgery and something else. But he's really good at talking people. He's got friends in a therapy thing he's been in for many, many years. And usually they'll sign up, and so what you're saying, he can come in as a rep and with no money.
No order.
Okay, no order. But let's say his friend Michael comes in, and Michael orders 1,000 volume points, let's say with Prima. So he'll make $25 on that.
He'll make 250 on that. If they buy $1,000 worth,
Oh, I'm saying, no,
25%.
I'm sorry. I've got it all mixed up. The first one, let's say 100 volume points.
Yeah. Then he'll get the $25 without
25.
buying any product. Yeah.
Okay, so
But
no money up front. He finds one person to buy one product, and he'll make $25 off of that.
correct.
Okay, so as he continues and he starts making money, then does he move his position?
If he would like, he may want to just stay an affiliate. He may just want to keep sharing the customer link.
Okay.
And a
But
lot of
this is
people
a
are
good
gonna-
way to start and then go to plan B thereafter.
Yeah, absolutely. Why
Okay.
not?
Okay,
They
'cause-
should do the same thing. Everybody does the same thing. So everybody shares their customer link. And then if they really are feeling it, they're really feeling it, feeling good about it, and they believe that they can build a team, then yeah, they can toggle the thing and become a distributor. Sure.
Because he's got lots of support groups and, I mean, when he was in the hospital for 3 months, I can't believe how many people went to see him.
Yeah. But it just starting up, that's really good money for people. People can, make a quick $200 or $300 real quick, and they may want to keep doing that. They can, if they place an order, they can build
I'm going to
both.
go on screen.
So
Hi, Penny.
Hi, sorry, I forgot I had unmuted because I had a question to ask too. But just to finish talking about what you were saying, Carol, I mean, they do want to sign up as a rep, a brand rep. If they sign up as a customer, they don't get any income from anybody they sign up.
Okay.
So just start in as a brand rep, don't order any product. There's always the option that if he brought in 5 people who just got 1 tin of Prima, that would give him $125 and he could buy his own with that.
yeah.
Right.
Move up one
Okay.
rank.
Okay.
Yeah. and get started on
That's
the
a good,
company
that's a
side.
good thing, because he says, I don't have any money, I don't have any money. And I said, well, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad I was on this. Every time I get on, even though it's repetitious, I'm always learning one thing new at least. So it's great.
He's
Yeah.
a perfect candidate for this example, like Hernan's talking about, of somebody who has no money, but they have contacts and they have the willingness and desire and ability and skill to get out there and promote this and use the tools like Hernan's talking about. Just have them give a link to these people and get them on the presentations, live or recorded, and then get them on the phone with you, with me, with Hernan, Dr. Jerry, you know?
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, Penny, for
Yeah,
trying.
and my question to you is, have you heard anything more about getting our replicating website timely?
No, the big hurdle they just passed through the big hurdle, and that was the tax software that they just got uh, up and running. And so it's going to be soon. They just won't give a time or a date.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for long enough. They know better.
Although I've got to add, yesterday,
Yeah.
that was a phenomenal Zoom. I mean, a lot of it maybe right now is irrelevant. The first part with the countries being launched, but the feeling, the heart there. But they did say, and I can't remember who it was, may have been Curtis, talking about the replicated sites, should be about 2 weeks out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
I missed that.
Yeah, they did say it.
Okay.
Could I ask one more question?
Sure.
Carol again. I don't know if you can see me. Maybe I don't.
You can see.
Wait.
Yeah, we can see
Oh,
it.
okay. Again, with no makeup. Okay. I had to do this for my real estate business because I had to have a friend of mine do a new email because I have an old Roadrunner Time Warner email and with my real estate, and I'm, it's like I have to get rid of that. So she helped me get into a Gmail. Okay. So we got that done. And she said, well, don't you want to do one for your new business? I said, yeah, but let me check first. If I do a new email, can I use OLIABO in my email?
I wouldn't. They frown on that sort of thing. Companies frown on that sort of
Okay.
thing. There's no
I
need
just
for
didn't want to
that.
do that and then be told later after
Yeah.
I've given everybody my email on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, because what if they said yes now, and then a year from now you got a giant business and the attorneys say, "Oh,
Yeah.
you can't have that."
Hernan, when I was in Zango, I got Zango Biz, B-I-Z, at Gmail. I had 1,000 business cards on its way, everything and anything with a trademark name embedded into any of our domains or anything. So I had to change my Gmail to Juice Biz because Juice was not a trademark name, but Zango is and OLIABO is. So I would stay completely away from OLIABO embedded into anything that's going to be out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good question though. Good question. Hey, don't you know I'm busy? I'm busy. Oh, that's that was Dr. Jerry. I got a three-way, guys. How long we've been on here?
An hour.
Okay, well let's finish up real quick. And then I can jump on with Dr. Jerry here. I'm available, you guys, if you need any help, need a three-way, need help talking with somebody. A lot of times, if you just mute your phone and allow the three-way to take place, you'll learn. You'll learn how to say, what to say, all that. So as soon as you get started doing your three ways, the quicker you're going to move through the ranks. So, anyways, we'll do this again next week. We'll just we'll jump on and we just keep going through it, just like you guys get on the overview. Just keep getting on, and over time you're going to pick up all the words and the lingo, and you'll have an understanding. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, Fifi. Thanks,
As we
Donna.
all
Thanks,
wave,
Penny.
as we all wave.
Toodaloo.
See you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Hernan.
All right. Yep. Thanks for being here.